So I made it to San Diego for the American Chemical Society conference this week, and I'm really excited because I've never been to San Diego before, so hopefully I'll get to have a little bit of time to explore a bit of the city. During a trip to San Diego, you can visit the historic Star of India ship. The Star of India ship is located at the Maritime Museum at San Diego and is the world's oldest still operating sailing ship. It was constructed in 1863. During a trip to the museum, you can tour and explore sailing ships, submarines, and steam-powered boats. Many of these vessels are on the National Historic Register, and some of them are still operational for on-the-water tours. During an evening walk around San Diego, I had a chance to do some sightseeing along the Bayfront. Here you can visit and tour the USS Midway, a retired World War II aircraft carrier. Nearby, you can also see the unconditional surrender statue depicting the famous VJ Day in Times Square photograph. I just got back to the hotel after going out to eat at Landini's Pizzeria, which was supposed to be one of the best pizza places over in Little Italy. Where I'm staying is a couple blocks away from Little Italy, so I have unlimited access to all the pizza and Italian restaurants in San Diego, which is pretty cool. But the pizza was really good. I'd highly recommend it. I got their daily special, which was like the 2 slices, and you get a bottle of pop or something like that. You get soda. So I think my plan for tomorrow is to try to go to the San Diego Zoo, which I'm really excited about. The San Diego Zoo is supposed to be like one of the best zoos in the world. So I'm really, really excited, and I hope I'm able to spend pretty much all day there. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. So today I'm going to be going to the San Diego Zoo. I'm really excited because it's supposed to be one of the best in the world. So let's get going. The San Diego Zoo is hailed as one of the best zoos in the world for its size, diversity, and conservation efforts. Since it was my first time visiting the zoo, it was recommended for me to go on the bus tour prior to touring around the zoo on my own. The guided tour around the zoo showed some of the top exhibits in the zoo and gave me a nice preview of the layout. The zoo is huge, so it was really helpful to see the facility prior to walking around on my own. The zoo is laid out in a series of trails that interconnect one another, so it's very easy to get lost, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. San Diego Zoo is located in Balboa Park. Balboa Park is a 1,200-acre urban cultural park in San Diego. In addition to open space areas and natural vegetation zones, gardens, and walking paths, it also contains museums, theaters, and the world-famous San Diego Zoo. In addition to visiting the San Diego Zoo, you can visit the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, where you can view animals in a large-scale safari-like experience. The animals are exhibited in a more natural environment rather than just smaller enclosures like at a typical zoo. The Safari Park is a vital component of the San Diego Zoo's conservation efforts and breeding programs. So I'm loving the zoo so far today. There's so many animals out and so many things to see. While the San Diego Zoo is famous for its animals, the zoo is also considered a botanic garden. Because of the unique climate in Southern California, the area is rich for growing plants and flowers from around the globe. So during your visit, make sure to look around at some of the interesting plants at the zoo. Next I'm trying to go into the aviary, so wonder what kind of birds they'll have in there. Hopefully we don't have any bird accidents, because actually last time I was at a zoo I watched a girl get pooped on by a bird. So that's like my fear going into these aviary things. Nightmare going through an aviary just happened. I got crapped on. Camera's covered. Time to find a bathroom. This is gonna be fun. The bird poop crisis has been averted. I was able to clean up. Everything's fine. Hopefully there isn't anything else on me that I didn't see. But yeah, that's always my fear when I go into those aviaries, because you never know. But you never know what's gonna happen. I think my favorite part of the day probably would have been seeing a little Saigon Gittin baby playing with their orangutan baby. It was so precious how they just like played together, and then the parents would watch from afar and just like let them play. It was so cute. It was actually really interesting because the one zookeeper said that that type of relationship wouldn't happen in the wild, and it's because they're in captivity that they're able to develop that kind of relationship. So that was really cool to see. having visited so many other zoos in the United States, I definitely would say that this is probably one of my favorite ones. So I just got back from the zoo and it was absolutely amazing. Like, if you ever have the chance to go, please go, because it was so cool. It was really exciting to see a lot of different animals that I haven't seen at other zoos. I've been to like the Pittsburgh Zoo, the National Zoo, Cincinnati, and all of those are really like well renowned, but like San Diego Zoo definitely like takes it with having a really diverse amount of animals there. Now I think I'm gonna head off to dinner, so I'll talk to you soon. For the remaining few days of our trip, we ended up switching into another hotel, the Hilton Bayfront Hotel. Alright, so we're at the San Diego Hilton Bayfront. The room is beautiful. To do a little recap of my trip so far to San Diego. I've really enjoyed the city. Like, it's beautiful here, the weather is perfect, there's no humidity, it's like between 70 and 80 degrees like all the time. It's so clean, I feel like I can walk everywhere. There's a lot to do in the city. There's tons of museums. There's the zoo that I got to visit. There's a lot to do down at the Bayfront, and even going over to Coronado Island. That's where all of the pretty picturesque beaches and stuff are in San Diego. I really wish I had the opportunity to go over there because I've heard those boat tours are really awesome. If I had more time, I totally would have done one of the boat tours. I probably would have also toured the Star of India boat. I think tonight what we're gonna do is we're gonna go do a beer tasting because San Diego is known for its craft beer. Even though I'm not really a beer person, I'm still gonna try it because why not? I really like trying local food. This whole trip I've eaten really, really well. These past few days I went to go get tacos for lunch, and their seafood here is really good, and even like their Mexican inspired cuisine is really good because we're only about 20 minutes from Mexico, so that's kind of cool too because you get a lot of like more ethnic cuisine and stuff here. Unfortunately, we have to fly out tomorrow. I really wish I had more time here because I really like the city. I feel like I could come back and visit like for an entire week and still not see everything that I wanted to do. So if you're ever in San Diego, definitely go, and even if you only have a couple of days to visit because you're here for work, like how I was, still take some time, maybe like 1 or 2 days, to just like explore, see the city, get out of whatever work you were doing, because at that point you're gonna need to relax, and that's what I needed. Good morning. So today we're leaving San Diego. Unfortunately, I really wish we had more time, but this morning I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of a walk, kind of enjoy a little more of the city before I have to head out. There's a really beautiful sunrise. Decided to grab a quick geocache this morning on a morning walk, and it's a beautiful morning to do some caching. Thank you so much for watching this vlog about San Diego. We really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out our blog, www.everywhereforward.com, and give us a follow on Instagram at everywhere_forward. Thanks!